Having a variety of food and options has been a staple of our diets for a long, long time. Having a different meal for this day, for that day, or even in the same day, having different breakfast, lunch, dinner. This is something that's been built into us for a very long time, and it's not always something I think we truly think about. As I've been going on this carnivore journey, I've noticed something that I think we could talk about. I asked a question of what's the most difficult thing on keeping on track for your diet, specifically carnivore, and the number one response was boredom with food. Having the same types of foods over and over again. Well, my response to that is, I think boredom with food can be a good thing. Here's why. We've been thinking about food, I think, in the wrong manner. I know for me, I have. I've been thinking more of eating for pleasure, comfort. So I would just think of a meal that I just really enjoy, cook it, and eat too much of it. That's pretty much my habits. You might have similar habits, or maybe you don't. But so having that context, that I really enjoy variety. What it gives me abundance of different flavors and textures and different things. But I never think about the nutritional part of it and the consistency of it. So over time, you just continue doing this. And for me, I just would just gain weight, I guess. So what I found while doing carnivore, that it's shifting for me. I'm being pretty intentional about what I'm eating now, not just carnivore. I'm pretty intentional about that, but how I was doing carnivore, I was not very intentional about it. So what I have done is started shifting my perspective on food and shifting how I think about food. And I think it'd be something to think about in your own lives. I've made the shift towards food as fuel, vice pleasure. It is something now I think about. I don't think about going and getting this real delicious this or real delicious that. I think about I need to go and get my meal in so I have enough protein and fat to make it where I'm not hungry, but also to ensure that I'm getting the right amount of protein. So with all the activity I'm doing, remember I'm doing a 105-mile challenge this month. Join me on it. And I'm lifting 5 to 6 days a week. So I need to have enough protein. And I know a lot of people in this diet, and probably a lot of you out there, you're not really doing those things. And so the diet itself is fine. But I would say, when I did this last year, I lost 56 pounds in under 5 days. I wasn't doing walking or lifting. But I do know for sure that I was losing lean body mass, good muscle, while I was losing the fat. Because I wasn't eating enough protein. Because I was doing a lot of bacon and eggs. And so I fell off of it and I didn't do anything, which most people do when they go off of a diet. then I ballooned up faster and more weight. So that's one of the major reasons why I'm on this cycle of my life. I want to change it up. I want to ensure that I don't know if I'm ever going to relax on this. If I do, it'd probably be a keto-ish type of thing with heavy carnivore most of the time. I've seen several people talk about it, that if you're going to cheat on carnivore, cheat with keto. Don't go cheat with eat anything. And that makes sense to me, because the whole point of that is to keep yourself in ketosis. So if you can stay within ketosis, you're going to be fine with your diet. Now, the big thing for that is, as you're going about and looking for that variety, I think this is where the weaknesses can come back in. Because as you're going, you're thinking about other things all the time. I think this is where breads and pastas and all the carbs and stuff come in. If you can train your mind now with discipline and I guess fortitude, just stay pretty strict on not trying to put these other things in, I think we have a chance to be way more successful at staying carnivore for long. The variety was my weakness. Now, the simplicity of what I do is it's a pretty good strength. I don't really think about any other things. I don't have sugar cravings. I don't have really cravings for anything. I just think of the nutritional value of what my body needs, and then I just try to make a decent amount of it. That way I have several days worth at a time, and I just measure it out, ensure I'm getting exactly what I want for the day. And doing that has made it a lot easier for me to maintain what I'm doing. I don't have to think about it anymore. And that's the simplicity that I think is the big benefit here. Learning to overcome those urges and temptations. That's what simplicity can do for you. You just do it enough, and I promise you, you'll start to shift. You'll start to shift out of what you've been comfortable doing. So, highly recommend you look into going simple. Stop adding so much variety and think of it more as fuel. If you do this long enough, you might even just make the switch, the conscious switch of that you only eat food for fuel. We don't need it for our pleasure, for our mental things that are going on, comfort. We do it simply just to give the energy our body needs, and we move on. So that's my thoughts on that. Also, if you saw my most current video, talked a little bit about church. So if you're looking for a church, I live in Virginia, Chesapeake area. I go to a church called Liberty Live. I've been going there for quite a while, several years. We love it there. They're doing a revival on March 8th, this Sunday. So, or not this Sunday, a few Sundays from now. Love for y'all to come out and join. There's several sites you can go to. Highly encourage that if you can go to a revival, go. If you're needing a church home, that's the one I go to. And if you're not in the area and you're needing an online church because you're not going any place, they are well established in the online arena. So they're a wonderful church. Pastor Grant, he's the pastor. And then I also have another church, just to give you some variety on churches. Since I know about variety and simplicity. Freedom Fellowship with Pastor Rick. He's also a fantastic pastor in a great church. That's the church I met my wife at. A lot of my family goes to as well. So, giving you a couple of options. Both have good, strong online ministry as well, if you're not in the area. So, I just want to share that with y'all. Hope y'all are doing great out there. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. What is your take on simplicity of food or variety? Let me know. I know some of y'all have commented. I want to hear more options. Do y'all understand where I'm coming from on the simplicity part of it? Or is it you really want variety? And that's okay. That really is. I think one of the major things in this, I think I talked about this before, is learning how to make this a lifestyle that fits for you. If you need more of one particular thing than another, then do it. There's no judges in this. There's nobody to tell you you're doing it right or wrong, no matter what people on here say. Are you able to stick to it and stick with it long term? That's really the whole idea. We're not really doing a diet. We're trying to make a lifestyle change. For me, I found simply trying to keep what I'm eating around the same things. I know what I'm eating. I know how much of everything is. I know what I'm getting into. I'm tracking it. I'm also doing exercise. I'm walking and lifting. So I know what my body needs more. I'm a big guy. And I'm trying to transform my body and not just lose weight. Because I know the long-term effects of having good quality muscle on your body and the importance of that. So, yeah, just want to share those things with you. But if you're enjoying this journey with me, please subscribe. I want us to do this together. I really do think we are building a real nice, strong community of like-minded people. And I'd love for you to join. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Hit the notification bell for whenever a new video pops. That way you know. And I'm planning on doing a live stream. And tell me what type of live stream you'd want from me, if you even want one. Questions, answers, maybe it's things about the Navy, maybe it's things I'm doing, maybe it's the goals I'm trying to get to. But yeah, I'm enjoying this journey with y'all. So y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Derek England out.